Okay, so in the last video I didn't answer the question, what style do we teach? And I want to tell you the history of our style briefly. So Japan had this martial arts called karate, and originally that meant Chinese fist. That's because martial arts really, the best we can tell, started out in Asia, primarily in China. And then karate became known as empty hand when the Japanese didn't want to acknowledge the Chinese role in it anymore. But then when it came back into fashion, China that is, the Japanese started referring to their style of martial arts oftentimes when they wanted to give credit to the Chinese as Kempo, which is just the Japanese pronunciation of the words Tuanfa, which is Chinese for boxing, right? So we're a Kempo style. But what does that really mean? It means any style that came out of Japan in a certain period of history that the Japanese wanted to give a little credence to their style by saying it went back to Shaolin Temple or back to the Chinese fist style that came before. And our style traveled, like a lot of martial arts that came to America, through Hawaii, where it mishmashed with a bunch of other things because a lot of Asian immigrants were coming through Hawaii, and then hit the West Coast and got propagated there to this coast by a guy named George Passari, and got spread into a whole bunch of different systems and styles. And I studied with a guy named Steve Damasco, and two of his better students, Ken Warner and Ben Thomas, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. And so those guys taught me this style, and at the time it was called Shaolin Kempo, but honestly its connection with Shaolin is questionable at best. So we started calling it Goshin Kempo Jiu-Jitsu, which means self-defense, Chinese fist, gentle art. Is this interesting to you? I'm guessing it's probably not, but if you really want to know, I've got like pages of history here that Ken Warner wrote up, and I'm happy to share it with you to give you more of the details. Here's what you need to know. There are styles that are about competition, there are styles about self-defense, there are styles that are about meditation. Our style started out as more about self-defense and then progressed into something more than that. I'll tell you more about what happened after in the next video.